Namaste and welcome back to my channel. As we all know, Saturn is moving through Capricorn in a retrograde mode. Very soon it will be changing into a direct motion, and by January 2023 Saturn will be moving to Aquarius. The transit of Saturn to Aquarius is seen as a very big event because Aquarius is the Mool Trikon Rashi of Saturn. Aquarius rules the 11th house in natural zodiac wheel, and the 11th house, whatever 11th house represents, are indicated by Aquarius. 11th house indicates profits, gains, children, youngsters, intellectual projects, science and technology, research, space science, then business plans and all. Basically, it indicates our hopes and wishes, long-term projects, friendships, collective projects and all. So when Saturn enter Aquarius and throughout the transit, the world is going to get a lot of benefits of science and technology. Astrology always speak about inventions, science and technology and all. So for the next 2 years, we are going to get a lot of new electronic devices. We are going to see new social media patterns. Facebook, Instagram, they may change their design or they change it regularly, but when Saturn is in Aquarius, they will be bringing some huge changes in their portals. Then we will see a lot of new projects coming in. Youngsters will be getting new job opportunities. Business people will be starting new projects. They will be getting gains also. But all these things depends upon the Mahadasha and Antardasha which we are going through. If you are supported by a good Mahadasha and Antardasha, this transit is going to be very good. If you have any problematic houses are activated during the Mahadasha and Antardasha, let me tell you, you have to be very cautious with your finances. According to Parashara, we need to check the transit through moon or moon nakshatra. But these days, astrology is developing and evolving and expanding. So these days, people, they check it, the results of transit through Lagna, moon sign and sun sign. For me, I always check it through moon sign, sun sign and Lagna. So for those who doesn't know moon sign and Lagna, they can check it through sun sign. So let's go to the results. Aries ascendant or Aries Lagna, sun sign or moon sign. Saturn is going through the 11th house of friendships. So this is a testing time for your friendships. You will come to know who the real people are. If you find something which is against your ethics, you should not hesitate to come out of that friendship, because Saturn also indicates righteousness. Saturn is not the planet of any evil deed. It is the planet of karma. So if you see any bad thing in your team settings, you should quit it. Even if you quit, you will get another opportunity, because the 11th house rules new opportunities, new team settings, new job, new association. For job seekers, it is a very important time. Moreover, Saturn rules your 10th house of career. It is the planet which rules the 10th house of career is going to the 11th house of new team associations. You will be definitely getting some projects. It can be freelance also. So those who work online, they will be having more work, because 11th house is indicating IT, technology and all. This is a very good transit for business people. If you have any promise in your horoscope to have a business, you should use this time to start researching for a business or some discussions with your friends. Please don't do anything without taking an advice, because the technology is changing, the business prospects are expanding. So we should know what is definitely suiting to us. If nothing is suiting to us, so you should not venture into that. This is a very good time for those who work in scientific and technological projects. They will get new openings, new opportunities. New foreign collaborations also can come up for Indians. Foreign collaborations also mean working with people from the other state. If foreign collaborations means getting collaborated with people from another country is in your horoscope, it is a promised event in your horoscope, during this time you will be getting that. This is a good time to plan long-term ventures with your friends or without your friends. That you need to check through your horoscope. Everything should be promised in your horoscope. You can only venture into those things which are promised in your horoscope. Then Saturn will be aspecting your first house. First house indicates your personality, your willpower, your physique. The can make you a very stable person because Saturn indicates stability. Even though you are a fire sign, When Saturn aspects your first house, you will suddenly take a pause in your life and will think what is good for me, what is not good for you, good for me, and you will be choosing the right thing. Saturn's aspect to the first house shows that you will take a pause and you will definitely get a slowdown, but that is good. Sometimes, it is good to take a slowdown so that you can understand what you think, what others think, how the world think. Saturn is a very slow planet, but it is the planet of longevity also. When Saturn aspects your first house, you will try to improve your health as well. So you will be transforming as a new person throughout this transit. Saturn will also aspect the fifth house of children, creative projects, business, share market and all. You will be interacting with your children more. If you are a stay-at-home parent, you should always consider the feeling of your children. You should not be upset with the children, because children are also going through a lot of transformation and lot of pressure. They are going through peer pressure, parental pressure, pressure from the teachers. So aspect on the fifth house is not a great one for the growth of children. If you are not a stay-at-home parent, then you should make sure that you are taking initiative to be with your children, knowing their regular life, daily life, and you are empowering them emotionally, physically, and spiritually also. When Saturn aspect the fifth house, those people who were trying to get a child, they will definitely go for medication, or they will be always they will be getting some hints about their pregnancy, and they will take up medication. And the fifth house, also known as mantra and education. This is a good time to take up a new course. You will be inspired to take a new course online or offline, or it can be a new long-term course, because 11th house is a long-term house and 5th house indicate education. So you will be thinking about long-term course. Even your children, if you are not a person who for example, if you are 70 plus or 60 plus or 50 plus, your children may be going for a long-term course, and their life also will be evolving. Your children also will become more mature during this transit, because Saturn indicates maturity. It indicates a mature person. When Saturn aspects the fifth house, the children also will become a mature person. It can impact in two ways. The children which are of younger age, they will start talking big things, or beyond their age, it can make you uncomfortable. So discipline, child discipline and parenting is very important during this transit. During this transit, the importance of children will increase. They will get more academical projects and all. So you need to help the children. Then the fifth house also indicates share market. If you are a person who is investing in share market, you need to take up some advice. If you have a promise in the horoscope to get profits from speculative business, then only you should go for investing in share market, because now the country, whole world is going through a recession, even though it is not coming in the newspapers. Many of the advanced economies are getting the impact of the recession. When Saturn goes into Aquarius, the first 2-3 months, we all will be impacted through that recession. It will take some time to come out of that. So when it is entering the Aquarius, you should not be in a hurry to go into the share market and invest here and there. So you better take some input also. Then Saturn will be aspecting the 8th house. 8th house is a moksha house. It indicates finances. The 8th house is a negative house in the horoscope, but Saturn is the indicator of the 8th house. If Saturn is when Saturn aspects the 8th house, you will be thinking about taking long-term loans. You will be settling your long-term loans. You will be various loans like business loan, personal loan, vehicle loan, housing loan, lease and all. That kind of discussions will coming up, and will be coming up, and you will be thinking about that. You will be making some procedures. You will be signing some documents. Then 8th house also indicates sudden events. 8th house is also the house of accidents, so you need to be very careful with the accidents. 8th house also indicates longevity. So this is a good time to improve your health and take medication. Remember, the first house is also active through the aspects, so you need to be very careful about your health. Then the 8th house also indicates your in-laws. The relationship with the in-laws will be going through some tests and trials. You need to be very careful what you speak with your in-laws, how you behave with your in-laws, how they are behaving to you, and how you are behaving to them. These things will be coming up, and there can be some arguments with them also. Their life also will be going through some transformation. The 8th house indicates transformation. So whenever the 8th house is activated, you will be going through transformation, financial transformation, spiritual transformation. 8th house indicates astrology also. So this is a very good time. Since 5th house also indicates astrology, 8th house indicates astrology. So many people are coming to me and asking, Madam, can we become an astrologer? Jai Shri, can I study astrology? Why hesitating to study astrology? That is the most beautiful subject in the world than any other subjects. Leave those atheists and rationals according to their way. But astrology, it will definitely empower you. This is a very good time to study astrology and apply it in astrology. But always remember, astrology is practical thing. It is not like a superficial thing that you do some kind of rituals and you get whatever you wanted. It is not like that. It shows what you deserve, what God has promised you. Then that only you need to venture into. Okay, it gives you a practical approach to your life. It improves your life. It empowers your life. So this transit will give you a lot of opportunities to go for spiritual trips, learn spiritual matters, then do charity, because 11th house is also the house of humanitarian work. So you will definitely get opportunity to do some charity also. I hope this helped you, and I wish you all the best during this Saturn transit. Taurus, Lagna, Sun or Moon. For Taurus, Saturn is ruling your 10th house while it is in Aquarius. The transit of Saturn through Aquarius is very important for your career. Majorly, your career is transforming. You will get new opportunities if your Mahadasha and Antardasha are supporting you, or your Mahadasha planet is in the 10th house, or your Antardasha planet is in the 10th house, or your Mahadasha planet is aspecting your 10th house, your Antardasha planet is aspecting your 10th house. Then this is the time for a career change. Since Aquarius indicates long-term career, this is a very good time to get into a long-term career or a new role where you have to work long-term, or you will get a new project where you have to spend long hours. However, it is the time for you to improve your career. If your career is already going through some ups and downs, this is the good time to settle down in your career. But if your Mahadasha or Antardasha is not through good houses, you need to be very, very careful with your career. You may have 1,000 temptations to quit the career, but don't quit the career until you get a new one. Your bosses may abuse you verbally or hit you with their helmet, but this is not the time to change a career if your Mahadasha or Antardasha planet is triggering the wrong houses. When you enter into the transit period, you may feel discomfort or comfort according to the Mahadasha and Antardasha. Just survive, just sustain. You try to survive through those time. You will be getting a good job through the transit. 10th house also indicates father's wealth or father's health. Health is also wealth. So this is the time to spend more time with your father or elderly male figures, because they will have new inputs to you. It is always good to listen to the elderly people. Though they have the experience, even if they are less educated than us, they will have a lot of experience, and we will have to learn a lot. We have to learn a lot of things from their experience. That's what I didn't do throughout my life. I started listening to my parents by my 36. From then onwards, my life started changing very, very drastically towards a positive note. So I encourage all the Taurus people to listen to your father, or listen to those bosses, or listen to the male figures in the elderly male figures in your family, elderly male figures in your family. That will definitely act as a remedy. Remedies are very practical. Somebody will give you some remedies through their advices. You apply that, you think about that, you apply that in your life, then you suddenly get results. That's what I did in my life. Saturn will be aspecting the 4th house, so career related transfer, relocation is also possible. You may construct a house, or you will renovate it. You will travel to your house frequently. If you are living abroad, you will be getting more opportunities to be with your family. From the 10th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 12th house of sleep, emotions, psychological issues, spirituality, yoga, meditation and all. The aspect of Saturn to the 12th house is not so great, because your sleep will get interrupted. Saturn is the planet of slowness, delays and obstacles. So naturally you will feel some delay in getting a sound sleep. If it is through some medical issues, you need to definitely go to a doctor. You need to, if you have an emotional issue, you should go to the psychologist or counselor, because government has given us a lot of facilities by giving free services, by appointing psychologists or counselors. We need to avail those opportunities. So your sleep will get interrupted, that is a sure thing. So you need to take precautions. While during the sleep, you will get a lot of dreams. Dreams has a scientific basis. Moreover, what I think is that the universe will be sending signals to us. These signals will carry a lot of good messages about our future. It can even give you direction on how to face an issue. So you should be prepared for such magnificent activity by the universe. When Saturn is aspecting the 12th house, you will definitely get a lot of dreams. Then 12th house indicates spirituality. This is a very good time to study spiritual things, astrology, occult, then practice it, or this is a good time to go for charity ventures, then prayer programs, or what you call yoga, then Reiki or healing, like that. This is a very good time to talk to spiritual people also. From the 10th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 4th house, so obviously real estate related deal can happen. Some of your family members will go to the foreign land, or they will come to the foreign land, and there will be a serious atmosphere at home. You will be taking more responsibilities at home. Then Saturn will be aspecting your 7th house. 7th house, obviously marriage. This is a good time for singles to get mingled with like-minded people. Make sure that you are not getting mingled with a married person. That is not a good thing, because Saturn is the planet of righteousness, karma. Whenever you do a bad karma during the Saturn transit, and Saturn is aspecting a particular that house, then you will get the bad results. If you were searching for a bride for a long time, you will get that during this time, because Jupiter also will be aspecting some of the houses. Jupiter and Saturn will be together aspecting some of the houses that will trigger the important events in your life. So this is the time for marriage, foreign travels, and 7th house is also known as the house of Pada Prapti. You are getting a new responsibility. Pada Prapti means you are being invited to handle more responsibilities. So these things can happen during this transit. The 7th house also indicates open enemies. 6th house indicates enemies, but 7th house indicates the people who are directly opposite to us. So please make sure that you are not opening up all your private matters to those people. They can use it for their benefit. So be wise. You will be anyway you will be going for socialization, but you will be slightly withdrawing, in a withdrawing mode, because Saturn is not a planet for socialization or celebration. It is the planet for withdrawal syndrome. It's not that withdrawal syndrome. It withdraws you from the society, but people will be coming to you, getting attracted to you, because your aura is very heavy. But you need to make sure that you are not becoming a loose talker. Normally you are a Taurus Lagna, you don't talk loose, but still during this transit you may feel that others are depending upon you too much, and that can put you in a very high ego, and it can create problems. So make sure that you are not getting into that kind of talks during this transit. So the major thing is your career and your subconscious mind. Okay, you have to strengthen your subconscious mind through meditation. It is very important, because 2.5 years Saturn is going to test your emotions. These emotions can arise from family matters, career, marriage and all. So you have to have a grip on your emotions. If you cannot hold it by yourself, you need to take the help of others, like learned people. We can see a lot of people around us. Tom, Dick and Harry can come and listen to you, but only the learned people can give a solution. Your parents are the best people for that. Please share your worries with them. Our family should be the first priority, because Saturn is aspecting the 4th house. So many things are going to happen in your life during this time, because your Kendra house is going to get activated. 3 Kendra house are going to get activated. They are 10, 4 and 7. So the Kendra, the main things are going to get in a transformative mode. And if you are going through a good Mahadasha and Andadasha, definitely and most definitely you will be getting good results, and I have no doubt about it. So all the best for your Saturn transit. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Lagna. During this transit, you are going to make a lot of plans for foreign studies, foreign collaborations, higher studies. Gemini is the sign for students, When Saturn is transiting through your 9th house, for you, Aquarius rules the 9th house. When Saturn is moving through the 9th house, you will be planning for long trips, long-term studies, for PhD, MBBS. If you are applying for NEET or NET or SET or GRE or GATE and all, this is a very good time for studies, taking up hard studies, because Saturn is the planet for hard task, very complex task. For the next 2.5 years, if you are a student, let me tell you, this is a very good time for putting your energy in those subjects and to achieve the seeds you wanted. At the same time, your Mahadasha and Andadasha should support your dreams, or there should be a promise for you. If suppose you want to become a doctor, and there should be a promise in your horoscope that okay, you can become a doctor, then you should definitely give a try. Even if the promise is not there, you should definitely give a try for appearing in the competitive examinations. If you want to study abroad, you were having a dream to study MBBS in Ukraine, and you want to go to Ukraine, even though the war is taking place, you will get a chance. So foreign studies and foreign collaborations are a main part of this transit. So you should not waste a single moment in your life. Students, I encourage you. Parents, I encourage you to encourage your children to study, but don't pressurize them. They also have feelings. They also have their own destinies. Maybe you want to be a doctor, but your child likes to be a dancer. Then you should appreciate them and take opportunities of those skills. Then the 9th house indicates teachers, gurus, spirituality. So Gemini Lagnas, even though they are very flamboyant kind of people, they will be thinking about spirituality. Even if you are a rational or an atheist, you will be thinking about spiritual things. You will be having a doubt whether the believer is telling the truth or not. So you will be venturing into learning spiritual things. You will be spending money for buying spiritual books. You will be going for spiritual debates or philosophical debates. You will be having quarrels with people who do not accept your views. That is quite natural. Everybody doesn't have, people all don't have to accept others' views. So this is a very empowering transit for Gemini natives, because their wisdom will get opened. They will like to study more things which trigger their wisdom. But these studies, there will be some delays and obstacles, because whatever sweet things Aquarius represents, Saturn is the planet of delays and obstacles. So if you don't get through the first time NEET, please don't hesitate to get through, apply for the second time, because Saturn indicates delays and obstacles. You may need to do multiple attempts. You are going to get 2 years when Saturn is in Aquarius. So you should try this transit. You should use this transit to empower your career, studies and all. If you have a bad relationship with your teachers, please don't try to forcefully change it to good, because Saturn, when goes through the 9th house, naturally Saturn is an enemy to the Sun, because and Saturn doesn't have a good relationship with the Sun. So naturally this transit will trigger some issues with your father, your teachers, your guru-like figures. But it is always good to listen to your teachers or listen to your father, because even if they are not wise like you, or they are not educated like you, they have the treasure of their experience with you. So you should not hesitate to be with your teacher, or learn good things, or learn new techniques, or to listen to your father's experience, because 9th house always indicates submission towards the father. And Saturn will be aspecting the 11th house. The aspect of 11th house will definitely bring you long-term projects. See, suppose you are writing the NEET exam, and you are getting through the MBBS course which you wanted always, and you are getting an opportunity to study for the next 5 years. That is long-term course. 11th house indicates long-term plans, long-term projects and all. This is a very good time for you to get into long-term projects, new projects, long-term friendships. When you go to the MBBS college, you will be getting long-term friends. They are going to be there for long term. Even after the career studies ends, your career is going to be for long term, and you will be getting updates from your friends and all. So long-term relationships can happen from the personal life or professional life. This is a very good time for techies also. Techies like me, we will be getting new opportunities to work in different domains. If you are going to study Python, you will be getting a motivation to study data science. If you are going to start as a C++ or C kind of person, you will be suddenly thinking about Ruby on Rails, that kind of situation. If you are a coder, you will be thinking, okay, I'll try to study programming. So these kind of things can take place. Your wishes will come out, come out like a waterfall, and you will have a lot of wishes and desires about your future. If you are an old person like me, you don't have to worry about it. Your wishes and your children or your youngsters, will fulfill your wishes, and you can be happy about that. For you also, you'll be surrounded by like-minded people, teenagers, not teenagers, the people of your same age. You will share ideas, you will going for meetups. Then my mother, she has a lot of friends, and she does the video call, and they come together, and they do some gossips. I'm wondering, I don't have anybody to do a video call. But as you know, Geminis are naturally, they are very chatty people, and they like being in good groups and all. So this is a very prominent year. I mean, next 2 years are very prominent to get new friends, new groups, new skills you will be learning. Then foreign collaborations also will happen during this time. Then during this transit, Saturn will be aspecting the third house of own business, courage, siblings. Your siblings' life also will be very prominent. They will have new ideas. Their life will be very transformative. You will be working with small communities. Your family will buy a new electronic device, a car or mobile for you. And Saturn will aspect the 6th house of competitive exam. You will be able to start studying for new competitive exam. 6th house also indicates your health, your abdomen area. You need to be very careful about your abdominal area. Be careful with your colleagues, because 6th house indicates enemies. Your colleagues can also influence you in a bad way, because Saturn indicates long-term worries with the colleagues. So be careful with your colleagues, because there are people who around us who always like cheap talks or worthless talks amongst our colleagues. So be careful with the colleagues. Then please be dedicated at your work, and you will be having some long-term projects at work. You may suddenly you are getting some project for 2.5 years. You will be spending time like that. So this is a very promising time for your work, your siblings, your friendships, and long-term projects and foreign collaborations. I wish you all the best for the next Saturn transit. For Cancer, Lagna, Sun or Moon, this transit is going to be little complex for you. I don't want to give any sugar-coated promises, because Saturn will be moving through the 8th house of finances, in-laws. Then the 8th house also rules transformations, joint assets and all. When Saturn moves through the 8th house, you need to be very careful with your marital life, because 8th house also rules divorce. Saturn was moving through the 7th house, and it is taking all those 7th house matters to the 8th house. It is a continuation. Transit is a continuation. So you need to be very careful with your marital life. If you already have any marital issues, please don't take any sudden decision. If you can extend the decision to the next 2.5 years, that will be good. If you don't want that person in your life, please be open about it, because Saturn is the planet for karma. You should do the right karma at the right time. When Saturn moves into the Aquarius, sign of Aquarius, if you are dissatisfied with your husband or wife or in a living partner, please don't go for any violence, but please try to settle the issues first. Then if that issues are not settling down, then you need to take the help of the law. In the business collaborations also, Saturn is the planet for slowness, obstacles and delays. In those relationships also, same thing is going to happen. Saturn will put those relations into a transformation, put you through a transformation. Then you will understand, okay, if the Mahadasha and Antardasha is supportive, then you will understand, okay, I can take this relationship to the next few years or lifelong. It can be marital life or business life, business partnership. And if the Mahadasha and Antardasha is not ruling the good not giving the good results, then you have to be very careful with your marriage life, marital life, or business life. At the same time, you will be getting good time to improve these relationships. If it is not according to your desires or according to your principles, then there is no point in being in a suffocative or toxic relationship. There is nothing wrong to be a single. Then you will be taking loans, like various loans, business loans or home loan or vehicle loan or whatever loan you want to take, you will be taking that, because Saturn indicates longevity, long-term things. And Aquarius is also the sign of long-term projects. You will be signing for loans which can extend to a long term. And you can also, some of you will settle your long-term loan also. 8th house indicates transformation. Your personal life will go through a lot of transformation. After this transit, you will be learning a lot of beautiful things about human relations, finance, psychology. You will be interested in spirituality also, because 8th house indicates moksha. So you will be 8th house also, not moksha, 8th house is a moksha house. So you will learn, you will be naturally interested in liberation. Despite your religion, you will be thinking about liberating your soul. You will be searching for that eternal divinity. You will be searching for that moksha practices. Make sure you are practicing the right kind of spirituality, not like, murdering someone or, killing somebody or, killing some animal or some human. That is not going to elevate your soul to a moksha level. That is going to put you down in personal life or in professional life. So always, good karma, looking at the goodness of other people will definitely work into your work good things into your life. So even if you are going through the bad days, make sure that you are doing the right karma. That is the biggest remedy in the universe. Then Saturn will be looking at the 10th house from the 8th house. 10th house is the house of career. That is a Kendra house. Your Kendra house is activated by the aspect. You will try to get a new job. That is very much possible for you to get a new job. So you should not waste your time. Job seekers, prepare your resume, start sending it. Don't wait for Saturn going to the transit of Aquarius. You send it now. May the HR people, they are little slow people. They may open up their mails during the Saturn transit. They may see your resume. Then they will go through the resume and find, okay, this is the right person for the role. Then they will give you the call. So please start sending resume now onwards. If you are looking for a promotion, that can also happen during this transit. If you are looking for a new responsibility, a salary hike also can happen during this transit. So the transit, the aspect of Saturn to the 10th house is very good for your career. So use these opportunities. And then after, if you are not using these opportunities, then you may be missing the great things from your life. And please don't sit and complain, okay, that astrologer, she didn't tell me anything. I'm already telling you, 10th house is activated, will get activated. You start your search from now onwards, because it is moving to the 7th house of Padaprapti. Saturn was moving to the 7th house of Padaprapti, or getting into a big role. So it is taking that quality also into the 8th house, and with that quality it is aspecting the 10th house. So you will be getting a career, a job. Then it is aspecting the 7th house. Second house. Second house is the house of finances. Whenever the second house is triggered through the aspect, placement and conjunction, you will be definitely getting salary changes. This is the time to ask for salary change. This is the time for getting new job, because that will change your finances. Whenever second house is activated, there will be a change in your finances. Make sure it is through the right things, not through the wrong things, because second house also indicates self-esteem, ego and all. Saturn is a highly egoist planet. When we check the Vedas, we will come to know that it is a highly egoistic planet, and it didn't have a good relationship with your father. With the father, you are not your father, Saturn's father. So when it aspects the second house of money, there can be ego clashes, power struggles within the family and career. Please avoid those clashes, because the second house will be giving you good results if you avoid those clashes. Second house also indicates financial plans. This is a good time to start a financial plan, like insurance plan, a mutual fund, or I don't know whether ULIP is there now, but that kind of plans, long-term plans like chitti. In Kerala, we have a lot of chittis, like government authored chittis and all. chits. So chits or chits, I don't know, I'm not sure about it. But that kind of long-term plans, this is the right time to spend your money in long-term plans, buying some Saturn indicates metals. Okay, some metal objects into your home, like a table or almirah or chair or something like that, metal based objects. Then Saturn will be aspecting your fifth house. Fifth house with the last aspect. Fifth house is not a great house for Saturn to aspect, because fifth house indicates children. The children will be a main thing for married people. For children, for the childless couple, this is a very important transit. They should use this opportunity to go for medication or prayer, or if you think that you by a puja you can get a child, okay, go for it. But don't hesitate to go for a medical checkup also, because doctors can definitely show the anatomy. They can definitely diagnose what is blocking your fallopian tube or what is blocking your sperm count, that kind of things doctors can also say. So don't hesitate to go for a medical checkup. Then the children's life, they will be transforming, they will be taking up more responsibilities. Your children will need you more during this transit. You know, children are one of the weakest community in the world, which is, they are suffering a lot of abuses, verbal abuse, physical abuse. I feel so bad for them, because you know, they can't even express their feelings properly, and elders, sometimes they don't even have time to listen to their worries. So please spend time for your children. If you are not a parent who lives with your children, then please make sure somehow you are contacting them daily and getting the update, or helping them emotionally, financially. If they need something from you, and you should not ignore them, telling that, you know, this is an unnecessary expenses, because fifth house indicates creative projects also. The children will get interested in creativity, so you should not blame the children that, you know, you are spending your time in worthless ventures. If the boy is painting or girl is singing, put her into a singing class or music class, or give the boy a crayon box, or that will definitely encourage them. We don't know what is their future, so in the future they will become a big celebrities, and you can sit and relax and get a lot of name and fame. So please don't ignore any single need of the child. They will need you more during this transit. And this is also the time to learn good things, because second house is also studies, education, fifth house is also education. This is a very good time to learn new skills, learn new courses, which has to study for a long term, because Saturn indicates long term projects, long term delay. So you have to take up a course which needs a long term to study. So these are the transit results for Gemini Lagna. I wish you a very happy transit. Leo, Sun and Moon. For Leos, the 7th house will get activated during this transit. And we all like to know more about 7th house, because 7th house rules marriage, pada prapti, foreign collaborations, but 7th house also indicates open enemies. During this transit, singles will get chances to meet like-minded people. They will go for social gatherings, online, offline, secretive meetings. However, you should not be open with others, because the 7th house also indicates open enemies. Saturn is not the planet for love. It is a serious planet, and when it moves through the 7th house, you will be taking decisions regarding serious relationships. So this is not the time for one night stands, Tinder nights, or other dating sites. Saturn will make you to take decisions in the serious relationships, long-term relationships. When Saturn moves through the 7th house, you will be thinking about getting into a serious relationship. So singles who wants to marry and get settled in your life, this is a right time. This is a great time to find a partner. If you are searching for a bride or groom, there are chances for you to get it. If your Mahadasha and Antardasha supporting your marriage can also take place. You don't have to go after any astrologer. by asking, when will I get married, when will I get married. You don't have to ask like that. Just calculate for the next 2.5 years. If your Mahadasha and Antardasha is supporting, you will get married. That too, you should have a promise for marriage in your horoscope. So start searching for the bride. If your 11th house is very strong, you will be getting into a marriage during this transit. 7th house also indicates Padaprapti. What is Padaprapti? Padaprapti is that you are getting a good chair, good designation in your workplace. So 7th house indicates Padaprapti. So you will be getting many opportunities to get into a good designation. For that you have to work very hard, because Saturn is coming from the 6th house. What is 6th house? 6th house indicates workplace, enemies and all. You need to beat all those things. Then you need to go to the 7th house of Padaprapti. You will be getting a role if you are working very hard. But in the last transit, you are just lazy and dreaming of getting a good placement, or you are gossiping around here and there. Then this transit can be hard on you. Whatever gossip you made during the last transit will hit you back during this transit. Still, you start doing the right karma from now onwards, you will be getting good results during the transit. 7th house also indicates masses. But Saturn is also the planet for large crowd. But during this time, you will be withdrawing from the crowd. Make sure you are using your fundamental rights properly. Otherwise, 7th house is also the house of humiliations. Online dating, offline dating, hookups and all can happen, but they all are against the properties of Saturn, so you need to be very careful. 7th house also indicates foreign trips. You will be planning for foreign trips. That can happen with some delay, because Saturn is the planet for delays. 9th house also will get aspected by Saturn. 9th house indicates long-term courses, higher studies, foreign collaborations. These things can happen. If you are working to get a visa to Canada or America or Ukraine or whichever country it is, this is a good time to start processing or planning for that. You are going to get a long time span of 2.5 years to work on it, or to go for foreign collaborations. If you want to study in a foreign country, you want to study abroad, this is the right time to apply it. You may fail in the beginning, but if you have a promise in the horoscope for a foreign collaboration, you will get that. 9th house also indicates father or guru-like figures, but Saturn is a planet, it doesn't have any good relationship with its father. So the relationship with the father can be a little fluctuating. You need to understand that, always submission is good, obedience is good. So no matter how crazy your father is, some people have crazy fathers. It's always good to listen to his experience. You will definitely get benefited out of that. Then you will be going for spiritual trips or spiritual practices. Then you will be doing a lot of academic projects. You will be very busy during this transit. Saturn will be aspecting the first house. When Saturn aspects the first house, you will become very serious. You will look a little bit older, because Saturn indicates older people. And other thing is that, a lot of older people will come to you and seek some help from you, or you will be going to older people. Older people will have a big role in your life. You have to take care of your health, because the first house indicates your health, your attitude, your POV, point of view and all. You are going to get sound and solid POVs, solid health, solid views, solid perspective and all. So the Saturn transit is going to help you to become a mature person. Then Saturn will be aspecting the 4th house. You will be frequently traveling to your house. At times you may feel that I am spending so much of time at home, real estate deals, housewarming, celebration, because Saturn is also the planet for land and deals, land related deals. You may buy some agricultural land and you will start agriculture, or you will find a barren land and you will start constructing something. You will have to take up more responsibilities at home. And Saturn aspect to the 4th house is not so great, so you have to definitely take care of your mother, because Ninth house indicates is the sixth house from the fourth house. So the health of mother and the relationship with father is also going to transform during this transit. So this transit is going to be a little serious for you. You need to be very careful about that. I wish you very best for this transit. Virgo, Sun, Lagna and Moon. Before going into the in-depth analysis of Saturn transit, let me tell you, this Saturn transit is going to be a very complicated one for you, because all the Dusthana houses are going to get activated. The 6th house is going to get activated, the 8th house is going to get activated, the 10th house is going to get activated, and the 3rd house also going to get activated. When this Dusthana house, when the negative houses are activated, that means you have to be cautious and you have to be very clever. The first house, the 6th house is activated. The first place, 6th house is activated. 6th house is the first negative house. This house indicates Rina. Rina means debt, Roga, diseases. Ari means enemies. So you have to be very careful about these things. But Saturn in the 6th house is good to survive all these things. I am being very open. You will have issues from your colleagues. You will have to be very careful with your health. You will have to be very careful with your enemies. 6th house indicates abdominal area, your food, your food habits. These things will be the major thing behind your physical issues. So you need to take care of that diet. You need to go to a dietitian, because 6th house also indicates lifestyle diseases, pressure, cholesterol, then what, liver, fatty liver and all. You need to go to a doctor right now and take a diet, take regular checkups. That is a must during this transit. You should not worry that 6th house doesn't indicate death or any fatal things. Whenever Saturn is moving through the 6th house, it shows that you will have the capability to overcome your physical issues. If your Mahadasha and Andadasha is activating any of these houses, 6th house or 8th house or 12th house, then you need to be very careful. Then the issues can get doubled. Then debts. 6th house indicates debts, court houses. 6th house indicates your enemies also. You need to be very careful with your money. The expenses can come suddenly. Whenever you least expect it, the expenses can come suddenly. They can be long-term expenses also. Then at work, 6th house also indicates your colleagues. It can also be your enemies, because most of the colleagues doesn't like each other. Even if they go for coffee, tea or pizza, they are actually disliking each other. I have seen that. That's why I don't create any friendships in my office. If you have any secret information about your office, about a colleague, please keep it with you. If you have any extra skill, if someone in the authority is asking you to train others, you should not share your skill with others. If someone is asking you, if your boss is asking you, you go and teach the skill, then only you have to share that information. Otherwise, your skills, your knowledge is an asset. Don't share it with others. They will take the knowledge and they will abuse you later after that. It has happened to me. This is a very tricky transit for workplace. At work, you will get long-term projects. You should be dedicated. You should not get frustrated, because Saturn is the planet for frustration and long-term things. So the projects during this work can be frustrating. Please don't quit your job out of your emotions. If you want to quit, find a secure job, then you quit. Please don't take any shortcuts to work in a job, work in a project, because Saturn is not the planet for long term. It's not the planet for shortcuts. Suppose you are copy pasting some projects into your project, then finally your project manager is going to come and catch it. They are going to catch you red-handed. Finally you have to face humiliations. If you are a jobless person, you will get opportunities to have a new job. From the 6th house, Saturn will aspect the 8th house. 8th house is also known as the Dusthana house. It is the house of emotional trauma, finances, loans, in-laws, for transformation. So the finances is very important. Please don't play with your emotions and finances. Your focus should be your focus should be in financial security. Please practice some austerities, cut your expenses, cut down your expenses, because the need of money will come at any time. You will not be expecting for that. Even if I say this, sudden events are going to take place regarding money. Sudden emotional issues will take place. Sudden changes in your atmosphere. It can also be your career. So be very, very cautious during this transit. Your in-laws can be going through a lot of transformation. There will be land-related discussions, ancestral property-related quarrels, joint assets-related issues. 8th house is also the house of marital pleasure or divorce. So if you already have any marital issue, please try to settle it down. Or if you don't want the person, please give him or her one more opportunity. They are misusing that opportunity also, then you have to take the final decision. 6th house is also the house of kind of divorce, because it indicates court houses. If you're already having any property issues, civil cases with others, then you have to be very careful. Then you will be thinking about loans, land loans, property loan, home loan, vehicle loan, that loan, this loan. You take it only when it is urgently needed, and don't try to help some other person with your money, because you will need money. So better you don't help anybody financially, because you are also going through tough stage. Then from the 6th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 12th house of losses. See, this is also Dusthana house. Emotions, psychological issues. Please have a spiritual life. No matter which religion you follow, you can be a Zoroastrian or a Muslim or a Christian or a Hindu. Spirituality doesn't belong to any religion. God doesn't have any religion. That is our limited human perception, like God belongs to Hindus, or God belongs to Christians, or God belongs to Islams. Yes, every religion has value, principles and everything, but God is beyond human perception. That's what I believe. So spirituality, meditation, prayer to the divine forces. If you are a ritualistic spiritual seeker, do the rituals, but please have a quiet time with that divine energy every day, on an everyday basis. Otherwise your subconscious mind will be very unsettled. Saturn will be aspecting this 12th house of sleep. The sleep issues can get doubled. You will have a lot of dreams. These dreams will carry you good signals about the future. Some of them definitely can be troubling, because Saturn is not a planet of comfortability. But think like this: God is giving you opportunity to arrange your life, improve your life, to erase your mistakes, to correct your mistake, to take corrective measures. You think like that only. Otherwise, during this transit you are getting back-to-back sufferings. Then you are getting frustrated. My life is like that. Why my life is like that? I have never hurt anybody. It is not like that. God is giving various opportunities to understand yourself, showing you the right path. If your Mahadasha and Antardasha is focusing on the right, nice houses, good houses, then this transit will not be very troubling for you. Otherwise, you will have to be very careful, and that's it's my duty as an astrology student to enlighten you to go through and empower you to go through these things. But Saturn, it delays, but it never restricts. If you are going through debt related issues, it will give you opportunities to settle down those issues. If you are going through marital issues, it will give you opportunities to settle those issues. If you are going through psychological issues, you will find a lot of opportunities to erase it or overcome it. Then finally, Saturn will aspect the third house of siblings on venture. So this is a very good time to start a business. If you have a promise in your horoscope to have on ventures, you should use this time. Your siblings also will have new opportunities. You will be working in short projects. You will have some celebrations in your siblings' life. Then traveling opportunities will be there. Foreign collaborations will be there. So this transit is going to be a little hard for you, but it is not an impossible transit for you. So I wish you all the best for the upcoming transit. Libra, Sun, Moon or Lagna. If you are a parent, this is a very important transit, because Saturn is moving through the 5th house of children. That means your children will start a new chapter in their life. It can be through marriage, it can be through career, it can be through education. 5th house indicates education. So your children may take up a long-term course. Your children can get married, or your children can start their career life. The 5th house indicates creative projects. Your children can excel in creative projects. So if you see your children is expressing any interest in creative projects, you should not block them. Some parents are there, when children dances or sings or do some painting, then parents will say this is just useless. Maybe the child is born with that qualities, so you should promote the child. You should not think that, you know everything about your child. You people are different souls with different destinies. So please take your children's emotions very seriously, their needs very seriously. Childless couple will have a very good time to find what is blocking their parenthood. Business people should not invest without a second thought, because 5th house is risk taking and Saturn is not the planet for risk taking. Even though Saturn is the planet for business, it is not the planet for making money through shortcuts. 5th house indicates business which needs a lot of effort, which is for long term. So if you want to start a business, please make sure you discuss with experts. The 5th house also indicates those who work with children. They will get more opportunities. Actors, creative artists also will get new opportunities, that too for long term. From the 5th house, Saturn will aspect the 7th house. 7th house, we all know that it indicates marriage, business relationships, open enemies, our career and foreign collaborations. When Saturn aspects the 7th house, there will be opportunities for you or your children to get married. If you are of a marriageable age, this is the right time to find a partner, to go out and find for a groom or a bride. Singles will get opportunities to mingle. Make sure they are finding singles only. 7th house indicates masses, but Saturn is not the planet for socializing. Still, you will be getting opportunities to meet with other people. 7th house also indicates Padaprapti. That means you will be getting new responsibilities at career, or you will start a new job. However, you will be meeting new people, but please don't share your personal information with others. There are certain people, they will share all the details of their personal life, and finally that will be a problem for them. So kindly don't share your personal information with them. Long trips can also come up. New job opportunities can also come up. New people will come to you. You will be taking part in wedding celebrations, birthday and all. From the 5th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 11th house of team settings and foreign collaborations. So foreign collaborations can be a bigger part of this transit. It can be from India, you are going to other country, or in India, you are in India, you are getting some projects in an international company. This is a very promising transit for job seekers. They should use this time to apply for other companies. You can appear for competitive examinations if you are a person who is UPSC aspirant or NEET aspirant or GATE aspirant or GRE aspirant, NET aspirant or SET aspirant. This is a very good time to apply for those exams, study and write those exams. If your Mahadasha and Andadasha are supporting it, you will be getting to it. But there will be some struggles because Saturn always indicates delays and obstacles. But you should take some effort. You should make some effort. Even if you are tired, Saturn indicates you should try for long hours. You will be getting new friends because 11th house indicates friends. Those who work in IT will get new opportunities because 11th house indicates IT, technical, scientific and other kind of high-end kind of technologies. So for those who work in that kind of technologies will get opportunities. 11th house is also indicating humanitarian purposes. So you will be getting humanitarian purposes. And you will be spending money for charity and poor help and all that. From 5th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 2nd house. 2nd house also indicate career, finances. Whenever the 2nd house is activated, you will start your career life because it will bring changes in your finances. You will have new financial plans, but kindly avoid shortcut like MLM, money chain, because Saturn doesn't indicate all these things. Saturn indicates hard work, patience, long hours of work. You can invest your energy in those kind of activities and make money. If some MLM marketer is coming to you and telling you, please join my project, you will get a car, Mercedes, Lamborghini, or you will get Mac or new iPhone. Please don't believe in those kind of things because Saturn doesn't indicate those things. And 2nd house also indicates your ego. So there can be ego clashes with your family, with your children. Remember, while you grow in your age, your children are also growing up. So they are also coming to you with a lot of knowledge which you don't know. They will have a lot of knowledge about those domains which you are not even aware of. So you should not hesitate to accept the ideas of children. Well, children also should not hesitate to accept the ideas of your parents, because parents may not be aware about the high-end technologies, but they have the life experiences. Throughout the centuries, the struggles of human are all the same. Nothing has changed. Okay. So this is the transit results for Libra Lagna, and I wish you a very good Saturn transit. Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Lagna. Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn will be in Aquarius, and Aquarius rules the 4th house. We all know what 4th house is. 4th house indicates mother, home, family, comfort, emotions, conveyances, education, or friends and all, relatives. When we look at Saturn, its personal life in the Vedas, it didn't have a good family life. It had problem with mother, father, siblings, wife. So the transit of Saturn will give you some problems to find solutions. The main focus area will be your family. You have to agree with your parents. Your focus should be improving the relationship with your parents. Your parents will be having multiple dreams about you. Okay? You should not listen them. You should not listen them. You should not let them unheard, because they will have a lot of ideas and practical opinion about your dreams or your life. Please try to understand them, spend time for them. Otherwise, this transit is going to produce bad results for you as well as your parents. Saturn indicates responsibilities. You will be taking more responsibilities due to some reason in your family. Your parents' health is also important. Saturn indicates land, barren land. So if you have a barren land, you will be doing some construction or modification. or you will be doing some decoration or renovation at home. If you don't have a barren land, you will think about buying a barren land and do some activity there. Saturn in the 4th house indicates you will be getting opportunities to lay foundation for a good relationship with your parents, your neighbors or relatives or whatever, your nearby people. And this time is not a very easy time. Saturn was transiting through the 3rd house of instability. It is bringing that instability to the 4th house. So the first few months of the transit will bring you some instability, but that's okay. You will be getting further opportunities to be a stable person. From the 4th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 6th house of diseases, deaths and enemies. When Saturn aspects the 6th house, obviously you will have to think about your enemies. Please be quiet with your colleagues. For the next 2.5 years, you should be very choosy about your colleagues. You should be very choosy about what you talk to them, because Scorpios are actually very emotional people, and they are very revengeful people. Sometimes they talk in an expansive mode, because the 2nd house indicates 2nd house of your speech is ruled by Sagittarius. It is the sign ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is an extravagant planet. It is an expansive planet. Sometimes you talk expansive thing and others can get irritated, or others may misinterpret you. So you should be very careful with what you speak. Please don't share any personal information with others. Please don't share your skills with others. If someone is asking you, if someone with authority is asking you to share those skills with others, then you share it. Otherwise you should not. Our skills are also our worth. So don't spend it on those people who want to misuse your skills. Then about 6th house, it is also the house of court houses, legal issues and all, or quarrels. This transit will bring some quarrels with others. You should be very careful with that. Your speech should not trigger all those things. For job seekers, this is a very good time to get into a new long-term job. For professionals, you will be working in long-term projects, which can be little frustrating because Saturn is a planet for frustration. It is also the planet for long-term work. You have to work persistently. Then 6th house indicates your abdomen, your health. You have to be very careful with your health. Your diet will be very important. 6th house indicates lifestyle diseases, so your lifestyle diseases can get triggered, so your diet will be very important. Money matters also will be very important. You will be settling some of your loans, or if you are careless, you can accumulate loans. From the 5th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 10th house, so career is very important. 6th house and the 10th house is activated, so career is very important. You have to be very careful with your job. Since 6th house is a negative house and Saturn is carrying those energies into the 10th house, you have to be very dutiful at your career, at your work. You have to be very humble with your father and your managers. Otherwise, you will have a tough time. If you are looking for a designation change, this is a good time. If you are looking for a new job, this is a good time. You should start applying now onwards. 10th house, at 10th house, Saturn become very principalized or with a lot of ethics. You should not forget your values. Otherwise, that will result in the downfall, because Saturn is the planet for karma, righteousness. When it aspects the 10th house, you should follow the right path, the straight path. It can be full of thorns and bushes, but Saturn is not the planet for shortcuts. Office gossip, you should avoid it. Make sure you are having good relationship with the females also, because the 4th house indicates elderly females. Then Saturn will aspect the 1st house also. It indicates your personal life, your health and wealth. Health and wealth will be very important over the years, over these 2 years. You will be having new perspectives, new point of views, new attitude. You will be growing as a mature person. But this transit can be a challenge for your finances and family. So these are the main things you have to take care of. I wish you all the best for upcoming Saturn transit. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Lagna. Saturn will be moving through your 3rd house. This is a very good house for Saturn. So if you are a businessman, you will be expanding your business. You will be getting the clear ideas about business. You will be ready to work hard to improve your business. Because 3rd house indicates courage, you will become very courageous. Even if your business is going in losses, you will be adding some new methods to improve your business, thus improve your profits also. You will be adding new technology into your business. You will be adding a new wing to your business also. But you should know what your Mahadasha and Ardhadasha is. If it is supportive, you will definitely gaining profits. This is a very good time to communicate with elderly siblings and your younger siblings. They will also help you. They will have some events in their life and you will be having a role in it. Like they're getting married or they're getting new job or they're getting transfer. 3rd house also indicate transfer. So employees who were looking for relocation or transfer, this is a time to get it. For the next 2.5 years, you will have opportunity to get a transfer, provided your Mahadasha and the Dasha should be very supportive of this transfer. Okay. Then the 3rd house indicates electronic devices like mobile, car and all. You may buy electronic devices. There will be a lot of short travels, long travels also, since Saturn will aspect the 9th house from the 3rd house. So you will have long trips as well as short trips. And 3rd house indicates students and studies. Children will have good time to study. They will be doing a lot of effort to study. If they are finding some struggles, you should support the children. From the 3rd house, Saturn will be aspecting the 5th house. 5th house also indicates business. So this is a very good time for business people and they should make use of this transit, because when Saturn moves through transit, there will be new discoveries. It can be in means IT sector or technical sector, electronic sector. You should add some of those features into your business. For example, even if you are a grocery, you are running a small grocery shop, you will start using a software like SAP, what is called SAP, utility kind of software to calculate your finances or do housekeeping, that kind of, or a store managing system, you will be doing like that. And 5th house also indicates children. This is a very good time for your children's life also. They will have a lot of needs and you should not blame them or ignore them that these needs are not important, because they are living in their own world. In their world they may need that. We are living in a little more higher world. For them, for us, their needs can be of less importance. So this is the time to take their life seriously, spend time with them. You need to persistently work with them to produce good results from their life, career and education. Some of your children may get married, some of your children may start their career life, or some of your children may start a new academic course. 5th house also indicates studies. You will study new skills, obviously, no matter whichever age you are. If you are a 70 plus man or 50 plus person or very old person like me, you will be starting learning scriptures or ancient books, or because 5th house also indicates mantra. So you will be learning spiritual scriptures and you will share your knowledge like that. If you are a young person, you will start a PhD or degree or IT course or TTC or something like that. This is a good time for spending time in creative ventures, and childless couple will get opportunities to improve the chance for childbirth. From the third house, Jupiter will aspect the ninth house of higher studies. If you want to study a higher course, this is a good time. If you want to go abroad for a course, like you want to go to study MBBS in Ukraine, this is a, not Ukraine, I'm just telling, this is a time to go to other countries and other states. For Indians, foreign also indicates states other than your state. For me, I am from Kerala, and for foreign collaborations for me means me getting collaborated with somebody from UK, like Uttarakhand or Uttar Pradesh or Tamil Nadu or West Bengal, like that. So foreign studies and foreign travels will be a very, very important part of this transit. But listen, Saturn is the planet for delays and obstacles, so obviously there will be some obstacles. You have to make multiple attempts, but that's okay. Saturn delays, but it never restricts or denies. Then this is a very complex transit for your father, because ninth house indicates father and teacher-like figures. There will be ego clash with fathers, not father, and siblings, teachers, because Saturn is always a rebel, was always a rebel to his father's son. So father-children relationship can go through some struggles. That is the highlight of this transit. You need to spend more time with your father, and there is nothing wrong in learning from father's life or his experience. See, it's always good to listen to others also, because when we listen, we grow. When we talk, we give our ideas to others. That I understood lately, very recently. So it's very good to listen to others also, because we get a lot of wisdom. Then spiritual trips and pilgrimages also can happen. Then from third house, Saturn will aspect the 12th house of sleep, psychological issues, emotions, spirituality, moksha and all. During this transit, Saturn will trigger your subconscious mind. Your subconscious portals will be open for spiritual studies. This is a very good time for studying astrology, because many people ask me, can I study astrology? Everybody can study astrology. Everybody may not be an efficient astrologer, because the combinations are different, but everybody can give a try to learn astrology. Even if you are an atheist who sticks on to the baseless evolution theory of Darwin, which starts from the mid-phase, doesn't have any foundation, because they talk about mutation, heartation, heatation and all, but ultimately they don't know what happened, how everything originated. Okay, even if you are a hardcore Darwinist, you will have the feeling to learn psychology, astrology, tarot, and criticize it. No matter whatever is the truth, you will start criticizing it, but that's okay. You criticizing doesn't mean that, do not mean that, astrology or other occult will end. Nobody will follow astrology or occult. Astrology was always there, always it will be here, and it is not going to get vanished anywhere. So this is the time to learn astrology, spirituality, read Gita, Quran, Bible, that kind of books. Then this is also the time to have a conversation with someone who is very closer with you, to release your emotional burdens, because whenever the subconscious mind is active, you will have the feeling that you lack something, because the 12th house indicates withdrawals. You will feel that you lack something, you are feeling vacuum inside, that kind of feeling you will go through. So this transit also shows that you will be spending some time. It can be a counselor, it can be an astrologer, it can be a yogi, it can be a yoga teacher or a yogi. So this is the time to converse with that kind of people. Then foreign collaborations will be there. Then your sleep can get interrupted, because Saturn is the planet for slowness. You will have difficulty in the sleep, in sleeping. If it is continuing for 1 or more week, then you should take the help of doctor. During the sleep, you will have a lot of complex dreams, and these dreams will haunt you. It will give you the signals regarding the issues which you are going through and which is going to come to you. So these are the transit results for Sagittarius, Lagna, Sun and Moon. I wish you all the best for the upcoming Saturn transit. Capricorn Lagna Sun or Moon. This is a very, very serious transit for you because Saturn is going through the second house of finances, ego, self-esteem, family, speech and all. First of all, second house indicates Vani, that means speech. Your speech will become very, very serious. You will use serious words. You will use serious sentences to express yourself. At the same time, Saturn in the second house, let it be in the birth horoscope or in transit, you will be tempted to use bad words like me. You should control it because second house also indicates family. So your bad words can cause irritations in the family and it can bring detachment in the relationships with your family members. When Saturn moves through the second house, you will be very consumed about your money. You want to make more money. It can lead you to various financial plans. But please make sure you are only interested in legal things. Like if someone is coming to you and telling you that I have a very good plan, if you put 10 rupees today, you will get 1 lakh rupees tomorrow. That kind of fancy kind of business plans will not work for you during this transit. Saturn is for long-term plans. So this is a good time to start a long-term plan. Please don't welcome those MLM marketers or lottery money. It's all easy money. It will never last with you. So this is the time to work hard for money. You will have to work really hard to make a lot of money. But that money will stay with you for a long term. Second house also indicates career because it indicates finances. So through career we make money, finances. Whenever the second house is activated, you will get opportunities to get a new job, new role, new responsibility. So job seekers should treat this as a very important transit. Second house indicates food intake. You should be very careful with your food intake because if your second house have any afflictions in the birth horoscope, you should not try any fancy delicacies. Like, you go in for a party and you serve many dishes, then you consumed it, everything, tomorrow you get food allergies. So that kind of situation can also happen because second house is a Marika house also. From the second house, Saturn will aspect the fourth house. The aspect of Saturn in the fourth house is not so great. So you should be very careful with your family. Real estate deals, construction, renovation can take place. Fourth house also indicates Mana. That means Manasa. That means our mind. So that also shows our mental health. When Saturn transits through the fourth house, your mental health can get some challenges. That doesn't mean that you are going to be a mental patient, but it brings some kind of depression. So you need to be very careful with your thoughts. This is a time to take up more responsibilities from the family, in the family, spending more time with your parents. Relocation can come up, renovation can come up. You may buy new land. Then the second house, Saturn will be aspecting the 8th house. 8th house is a house of volatility, transformation. The aspect of Saturn in the 8th house is not so good because sudden things can occur in your family or in your personal life. Finances will be ups and downs, up and down. You need to save some money as a reserve for these troubling times. There will be expenses. I don't want to be unrealistic. There will be financial needs. It can come from family oriented reasons. So you have to be very careful with your money. Please don't lend and borrow money. But you will be thinking about loans, various loans, housing loan, home loan, farm loan, vehicle loan, personal loan and all. But be careful for what you are getting the loan. This is also time to settle your loans as well. You will be thinking, okay, I have this loan, I have enough money, I will settle it. Then this is a good time to study astrology also because 8th house indicates astrology. Because 5th house is also activated. No, not 5th house. 2nd house is also activated. 8th house is also activated. Moksha house, 2 Moksha house, 4th and 8th house are activated. So you will be interested in learning moksha related things, astrology, spirituality, religion, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Zoroastrianism, then atheism. Everything you will want to learn, and it's good. It's always good to learn these things. And from the second house, Saturn will be aspecting the 11th house of foreign collaborations, new long-term projects, new friends. You will understand who your real friends are, who the bad friends are. You will get long-term projects from career as well as personal life. You will be learning new technical skills and apply in your job. That's how you will be getting promotion or new job. Then foreign collaborations also can come up. Then your elderly siblings, or you consider some people as your elderly people, they will come to rescue you through the advice and their counseling. And this is also time for foreign collaborations. And this is the transit update for Capricorn Lagna. I wish you all the best for upcoming Saturn transit. Aquarius Lagna, Sun and Moon. Saturn is moving through your Lagna. This is a very important transit because you are going to be a very mature man and you are going to get the results of your past karma if they were good. Aquarius are very intelligent people. They are airy people. Aquarius is an airy sign. So this transit will give you a lot of ideas. You will be taking up more responsibilities. Your perspectives will become more solid and you will become more mature. Your health will improve. You will have to improve your health. Then Saturn will be aspecting the third house of own ventures. Aquarius, most of the Aquarius, they want to start own ventures. If the own ventures are promised in your horoscope and the Mahadasha and Antardasha are promising that, you will be getting opportunities to start new projects, new business projects. At the same time, you need to check whether your horoscope promises on venture or on business. You will be interacting more with your siblings, more with your communities, more with small groups of people. There will be knowledge sharing. You will be learning new techniques, new technical skills. Short projects will be there. You will have to travel short distance. Those who are looking for relocation will have opportunity for relocation also. Then Saturn will be aspecting the 7th house of marriage. Saturn's aspect to the 7th house of marriage is not so good, but it will bring some confusion in the marital life. But it's always good you settle those issues. Singles will get opportunities to go out and meet people. This is the time to search for a bride or a groom. But Saturn is not the planet for sudden results. It will give you results with some delay. Then there will be new responsibilities at work because Saturn 7th house indicates Pada Prapti also. You will get into a new role. You will be meeting new people. There will be some celebrations. You will be attending the celebration, but you will be little detached from all these things. Foreign trips can also come up. From the first house, Saturn will be aspecting the 10th house of career. This is the best time to improve your career. New career opportunities will come up. New career roles will come up. New domains will be coming up to you. You will have new ideas regarding your career. At the same time, you have to be very careful with your father and bosses because Saturn is not good for the relationship, good relationship with father and elderly people. Try to be a very humble man or humble woman. Humility is a very important thing. If you have a humility, you will learn a lot of things which can eventually result in improvement of personal life and career also. So this is a time to work majorly on your career, on improving your personal life than anything, because 3rd house is activated, 7th house is activated, 10th house is activated. That all showing your efforts regarding pushing your personality up through career. You will getting new designation, new name in your career. The job which is going to get will empower you for a long term. And this is the update for Aquarius Lagna. And I wish you a very good upcoming Saturn transit. Pisces Lagna, Sun and Moon. Saturn is going to be in your 12th house of emotional issues, subconscious mind, spirituality, moksha, foreign collaborations. The transit of Saturn through the 12th house cannot be said that is a very good thing, but more than transit, you should check out your Mahadasha, Andadasha and the main promise in the horoscope. If the Mahadasha and Andadasha are good, then the transit will not be bothering you much. But if the Mahadasha and Andadasha and the promise in the horoscope is not very good, you need to be very careful with this transit, because subconscious mind activation means you will have emotional issues and you have to deal with it. Sometimes we suppress our emotions, our feelings, our worries and pains. Finally, it reflects as your physical issues. So you will have to be very careful with your subconscious mind. You need to open up your feelings with the right people. There are so many people coming in regular intervals into your life. They will not stay for a long term. They will come. They come with an intention. They leave after their desires are getting satisfied, whatever financial desires or sexual desires or any kind of desire. So you need to find someone who is trustworthy, so that you can share your feelings, your worries, and you have to take it out from your mind. Then only you will be able to recharge yourself. After 2.5 years, Saturn will be moving to your Lagna and it will ask you to act. When Saturn is in your Lagna, you have to act. Because Saturn is the planet for karma. It will push you to act. You cannot be subtle or sit idle. So when Saturn is moving through the 12th house, it is the very good time to heal yourself. See, in the earlier days, if someone say, I have a mental health issue, others may not accept them because it was seen as a shameful thing. But these days, government has taken a lot of initiative to heal the minds. So we should make use of that facilities. Then the 12th house indicates spirituality. This is the best time to study astrology, tarot, vastu, numerology, many kind of philosophies. So many people come with this question like, Jayashree, can we study astrology? Can I study yoga? Can I study tarot? There is nothing wrong in inquiring about all these things. There is nothing wrong in reading and studying about all these things. But if you want to become a very not powerful, an astrologer with good healing skills or with accuracy in the predictions, you should have a promise in the horoscope. Otherwise, your predictions can go haywire. Your sleep can get distracted. You will get a lot of complex dreams, but these dreams will carry a lot of signals. Foreign collaborations can come up. This is the time, this 2.5 years will be very good if you follow a spiritual path. Then from the 12th house, Saturn will be aspecting the second house. Second house indicates money, finance, career, self-worth, family. Please make sure you are not going for any shortcuts in making money, because Saturn is not the planet for shortcuts. Please make sure whichever financial plans you have, they are legal. Otherwise, you will pay for the shortcut method. Some people, they come and say like, you invest this much of money in my MLM project. I will give you recurrent savings or profits. All those projects will end one day. Okay, your hard work, the money you earn through your hard work, only will last forever. Then second house indicates career also. You will get a job, you will get a new project, freelance project also. That will bring changes in your finances. You have to be very careful with your speech, because second house also indicates speech. So when Saturn is in the second house, you will feel like speaking bad or talking abusive words like me. So you please control your speech. That can influence your family members and they will have a problem with you. Ego clashes can come up. Your food habits also need to be controlled, because the 6th house of health is activated. You need to be very careful with your health. 6th house indicates your enemies also. So this transit will show who your enemies are. Please be careful with your colleagues, because all the colleagues cannot be your well-wishers. It's better you talk about professional things only, not about what's your salary is, what's my salary was, what is the CEO's salary, who is his workplace girlfriend, and what is the name of the manager's wife. That kind of communication, you please stop that. You please talk about your career only, otherwise you will be landing in problems. And sixth house indicates quarrels, arguments, and courthouses also. Please make sure you are not triggering any of these. From the 12th house, Saturn will be aspecting the 9th house of foreign travels, foreign collaborations. This is a very good time for those who work in foreign lands. Those who want to go to foreign land for study purpose, for career purpose, they may face some difficulty in the early days, but you have to do multiple attempts. Sixth house also indicates competitive projects. This is the right time to work, apply for NEET, GATE, GRE, SET, NET, then what all, MBBS, UPSC, PSC. So you should write that, you should apply that. Even my age is over for UPSC, I am going to try it. So, please, if you are anyone in a family is also want to write all these things, please encourage them, because when they get it, your house, sixth house also will get activated. Then if you want to go for higher studies, like which needs a longer time, like PhD, MBBS, engineering, those who have supplementaries, this is a very good transit to write that. Then you have to be very careful with your father and fatherly figures, because 9th house indicates a father. The aspect of Saturn, the 9th house, is not good for the relationship with fatherly figures, so you have to be very submissive and listening to them. The 9th house also indicates spirituality. This transit altogether is triggering the spirituality, education, spirituality, then so many things related with a higher purpose. So this is the transit which you are waiting for to elevate yourself into the higher dimension, and it is very much possible. Spirituality is a solution for a lot of things. Financial issue, psychological issue, marital issue. Spirituality is a very, very powerful tool to solve all these things, because atheists may be asking, where is the proof of the God? So the problem is that they think God is such a narrow thing, where they ask proof, and we can produce that God in a proof. Like the whole universe is the proof of the God. The God is always there, unlike we live one day, we die next day, but the universe is there for lakhs and lakhs of years. Some energy is holding the universe together. It is giving us the hope and vision. Yes, we have other things like scientific moves, like atom collision or evolution theory and all, but at the end everything is being held together by that divinity. That divinity is not completely within any religion. It is beyond all the religion, beyond all the human perception or the perception of scientists. So this is a very good opportunity to feel that energy, get that energy, and enjoy that energy. So I wish you all the best for upcoming Saturn transit, and Jai Hind.